Okay, so for this pick a pile, we're gonna pick a channeled song. You can pick a channeled song. You can pick it based on the color that I chose. You can pick it based on the quote that I chose from the song. But take a second to just center yourself, take a few deep breaths, and pick what resonates the most with you. Pause the video if you need. What's up, y'all? This is for those of you that chose the calm and patient pile. And thank you for coming to my first pick a pile. And this is for pile number 1, calm and patient. So the overall theme of this message is pretty much that everything that you've been working so hard for is coming in for you. You are on the cusp of major change. You've been preparing for this energy, and now you're being called to move with faith. You need to trust, because the inner work that you've been doing on yourself, it's time, baby. It's time. So we have the Two of Wands here, which talks about getting out of your comfort zone. I'm using the Earth Woman Tarot, and specifically in the Earth Woman Tarot deck, this talks about the railings behind her talk about getting out of your comfort zone. And this orb right here is, it speaks about this woman here on this card. By following her intuition, she was able to make the decisions that she needs to make. And, Two of Wands is about decisions. So we have, the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands, and this is like fresh energy, but this is guided. This is guided. This is about trusting your gut and not letting fear keep you frozen. This is also, because remember, I am picking up on quite a few different energies because this is for a collective. You could also be taking a new direction in love with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups here and the Lovers. So you could also be taking a new direction in love. Someone is choosing love intentionally, maybe even finally. Like, you could have a masculine energy coming to give you a offer, with the Knight of Cups here and the Lovers card. But it doesn't have to be remember, masculinity is, it doesn't have to be tied to a man, and it doesn't even have to be about a man. King of Pentacles to really just be about your stability. But anyways, so just know that you can definitely trust this connection, especially with the Lovers here. The Lovers in this deck specifically talks about a spiritual connection. If you see like this white kind of starry stuff around them, that talks about the spiritual connection. And look at this card. Isn't it beautiful? Like, they're looking into each other's eyes. It's so cute. But anyways, you can definitely trust this connection. Also, there's a need for someone here to balance out, making sure you're balancing career and love, with the Temperance and the King of Pentacles here. This is a reminder that you don't have to choose one or the other. You can have both, and both is here for you. So you're capable of holding space for both. It's just about, finding a balance in between. Again, with the King of Pentacles, like I said, this could be a grounded masculine energy that's coming in. And this is someone who's serious about you. This person is not playing with you. They are emotionally present with the Knight of Cups, and they are materially grounded. They got that money. But this is someone that's stable, and they're responsible when it comes to their finances and their money. And like I said, this is someone that's not coming to play with you. They're dreamy, but they are absolutely dependable. Again, with the trust in the connection, you can definitely trust this connection with the Lovers and the Temperance card being here. This is spiritually aligned. You're not making this shit up. Like I said, it could feel kind of dreamy, but you're not making this up. This is not in your head. You are not nuts. You're being asked to lean into trust. Like I said, in the beginning, trust, have faith. You are on the cusp of major transformation with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands also talks about change, like I said. So you're definitely, with the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, you're definitely on the verge of expansion. But it's earned. You worked hard for this with the Eight of Pentacles. You worked hard for this expansion. The work you put in is setting the stage for everything that's coming in for you. There's also some possible travel here with the Two of Wands, maybe some possible relocation. And you also could be taking action on a new creative project, because Knight of Cups doesn't always have to be about romantic offer. It could also be taking action on a new creative project. But make sure that with the Page of Wands here, making sure that whenever you're making these decisions, that you're moving with boldness. Don't be scared. Like, move forward with boldness and courage and confidence, because baby, it's here for you. And with the song being calm and patient, I feel like that kind of just ties the whole message together, right? Because essentially what it's saying is this love, whether it's from another person or it's from yourself, it's showing up that now that you've cultivated the inner stillness and clarity. This is sacred. This is not something that's rushed. This is something that took time to come in. And you want things that take time. You don't want things that come in all rushy. And nights are usually slow moving energy anyway. So it's like you don't want someone that's going to come in and just rush something. You want a relationship, whether it be with somebody else or yourself. You want this relationship to be built on trust, mutual understanding. And trust takes time to build. You don't build that shit overnight. So that's the message that I have for you. I did pull an oracle card for you, and the oracle card was the water card, and the number 31 could be significant. Also, the number 333 could be significant because the song Calm and Patient by Jhené Aiko is 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. So big 3 energy here. And the water, it says that water teaches the importance of being fluid. It is human nature to assign labels to yourself and others and act in a way that fits its image. However, as you go through life, you will change and evolve. You may be blocking yourself from up-leveling by being too rigid and flexible in your ways. By releasing your attachment to your identity, you will give yourself the grace to grow naturally. You can create more fluidity in your life by making fewer fixed plans for the future in order to open up space for you to make decisions that are best for you in that moment. Allow yourself the room to be spontaneous, saying yes to things that appeal to you and no to those that don't. Water also reminds you to allow others space to be fluid and shapeshift too. Check that you aren't holding the reins too tightly on yourself as well as other people in your life. Be free flowing like water. Also, lastly, about the whole water card. Water teaches us to flow, not force, right? It's about fluidity. Also with the temperance card, temperance talks about fluidity here as well with the water, right? So water teaches us to flow, not force. It teaches us to be soft but powerful. Like, think about the ocean. Think about how powerful the ocean is. And how there's just so much depth to it that we still don't even know. But you're being asked to trust that everything happening beneath the surface is aligning you with what you prayed for. So know that whatever you've been praying for, whatever you've been hoping for, it is coming in. You've put in the work for this and you are aligned with this. Be bold, be confident, and you're going to be okay. You're not making all this shit up. Everything is happening for you. And it's time, baby. It's time. All right, so this is pile number 2. This is for those of you that chose the song Lifted by Ocean. And for pile 2, first of all, the channeled song is literally all about healing through ancestral connection, releasing the ego, stepping into higher consciousness, and being divinely supported through the pain, right? So with the Temperance and the 5 of Cups here, with the Temperance and the 5 of Cups, this talks about you turning your sorrow into wisdom. There may be obviously some still grief lingering, but it's like, when I look at the 5 of Cups, turn around. There's 2 cups that are still standing. Don't be too focused on the negative. Literally look over your shoulder, honey. Like, look over and you can see that there's 2 cups still standing. So don't be crying over spilled milk. It's okay. Obviously, like, feel your pain, feel your emotions. You got to feel it to heal it, but don't get too caught up in that. Don't wallow in self-pity, right? But yeah, so this is about alchemizing your pain. You're turning sorrow into wisdom. And like I said, there might be still some lingering grief, but you learned how to transmute it instead of suppressing it, right? With the Strength card here. So we got the Strength card and the Chariot. So you've gained spiritual discipline. Where you once doubted yourself or stayed still, you're now moving forward. The Chariot is, first of all, it's fast moving energy, and this person is moving forward. You see, she kind of got her hands back. This also talks about surrendering. And this also, in the first pile, I talked about fluidity, and we have it here again. We got the Temperance card with the water, and then we have the water here on the Chariot card. So just being fluid and just moving, surrendering. But yeah, so with the Strength and Chariot card, you've gained spiritual discipline where you once doubted yourself or stayed still, but now you're moving forward. And this is with grace and direction, right, from a higher power with the Hierophant here. So you got the World card. The World talks about a major cycle closing. You're ending a chapter that once defined you, especially emotionally, with the 5 of Cups right above it. This is about completion, graduation. Also, this card reminds me of for those of you that are rap fans, Young Jeezy, The World Is Yours and Everything in It's out there. Get on your grind and get it. Hey, hands in the air, start living, nigga. Yeah. So anyway, that's the energy that I always get from the World card. But anyways, this is a major cycle closing out major cycles, especially emotionally with that card coming underneath the Five of Cups. So we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, this is something new is being planted, a gift, a message, an opportunity that has long-term potential is definitely coming your way. You see, like, she's reaching up to the sky. This is straight from the divine, baby. This opportunity is straight from the divine. You are learning again, but you're learning from a higher, wiser self, right? And then you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can also talk about you becoming the teacher. Your healing journey is preparing you to guide others. And your life lessons are things that people need to hear. So if you've been feeling kind of guided to kind of share your story, share your story. Share it with courage. Like, you're someone that's overcame a lot. You've overcame a lot. Share your story. Inspire others. You never know who you could be inspiring by just telling your story. This group is definitely spiritually initiated, whether you know it or not. You've gone through some type of sacred rite of passage. Your pain has unlocked your purpose. You are not broken. You are being refined, honey. And you are now in a position to help others. You are now in a position to help others from things that you might have been drowning in. So, again, like I said, this is divine direction. And the Chariot doesn't move aimlessly. Like, these horses that are leading this chariot, they have direction. They know exactly where they're going. And again, like I said, with the surrender, let go. Let it flow. Let the divine guide you where you need to go. But yeah, so where you're going is extremely sacred for you. And something, maybe with the Five of Cups here, maybe something felt like rejection for you. It could be related to love, work, or family. But know that rejection is redirection, honey. You're just being directed to your higher path. Know that your ancestors are extremely proud of you. And the Hierophant, the World, and the Chariot definitely suggest that you'd have some type of spiritual backing. You have people backing you up from the spiritual world. And if you need, call on them. Call on them for help. Your ancestors, your spirit team, they want to help you. You just have to ask for the help. They are always here with us. They want to help you. So just ask. But this reading is absolutely for the one who turned your pain into power. This is for the one that cried out the altar of their own transformation and you still chose to rise. You are not who you once were, and that's exactly the point. Spirit wants you to know that the grief was never punishment. It was preparation for what's to come. You have earned your crown. You have earned it, honey. And the oracle card that I got for you all is the Bee. The number 28 could be significant. The number 10 could be significant, especially with the World. And Tarot 10 talks about completion. And again, the World is talking about completion. So either 28 could be significant or the number 10 could be significant. And I'll read what the Bee says. It says, Bee is a reminder to work hard. Although it is good to know when to rest, equally you must put in the work to reap the rewards. And you have been putting in the work. Now is the time to push forward. Often you have more in you than you first think. So dig deep and pull out that extra bit of effort to make sure everything is done. If it helps, become more organized with prioritized to-do lists and tick things off as you go. It is going to take some grit, but diligence and conscientiousness will pay off. Think about how you can maximize your productivity and look ahead to the future. Also bear in mind the people around you and what you can do to make life more joyful for everyone. If possible, cooperate with others to get the job done. Also, what I also want to add on about the Bee, I also want to add on real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I wrote stuff down. So speaking back into like turning your purpose into power, bees take raw materials, right? So they take pollen and they turn them into sweet honey. So just like you're transforming your grief into wisdom, purpose, and healing for others. And The B also reminds us that consistent spiritual work pays off. You've been doing the emotional heavy lifting, and now the fruit of your labor is coming. The World card is here to let you know that you are about to reap your rewards. And again, with the Page of Pentacles, like I said, this is an opportunity that is straight from the divine. It was all just about divine timing. It was all about you making sure, like I said, with the Chariot card, you surrender to the process. And followed with the rhythm with nature. Like I said, with the water here twice, like being fluid. And there's water on the World card too, so just being fluid with water. Also, if you notice on the World card, there's lotuses here. Come on, man, there's lotuses. Like, you got this, dude. You are the lotus. Also, I feel like the B could also be a confirmation that after this energy of being in this Five of Cups, this is your confirmation that life is about to get sweeter. It's about to get sweeter emotionally for you, financially and spiritually. You are leveling up. You got this. Lean on your inner strength. Lean on your spirit team. Lean on God. You got this. All right, so last but not least, we have the pile number 3. This is for those of you that chose the song Hoodoo by Amy Divine. The song Hoodoo speaks about reclaiming your power. I literally wrote, don't underestimate the power that I hold on the song title. Well, that's one of the lyrics, LOL. But anyway, so Hoodoo speaks about reclaiming your power, healing through lineage and sacred sensuality. So some themes here with the card. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups. So this is a real offer of love coming in. It's either already here or it's coming. And Two of Cups is about mutual love, mutual understanding, trust. So this is good. This is a good connection. And it could also be past life in nature. Then we got the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands over here. And this could talk about how you've been working, not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual world. You've been doing your work. And this lets you know that your manifestations are on the horizon. If you look at this card, she's kind of looking out on the horizon. This is like foresight. So anyway, so yeah, so the work that you've been putting in is definitely paying off. Your manifestations are on the horizon, especially when it comes to love and finances with the King and Queen of Pentacles down here at the bottom. The Hermit card here, you've probably spent a lot of time in solitude, and now Spirit is saying that you've learned the lesson and now it is time. It's time for you to come out the cave. You are ready, baby. And with the King and Queen of Pentacles here, this is divine counterpart energy. Like with all this right here, Two of Cups, King and Queen coming out. This is definitely this is divine counterpart energy. This is something that's grounded, stable. This is a long-term union. This is someone who matches your growth, ambition, and your frequency, and you both may be focused on building a legacy together. And then with the Knight of Wands here, the Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords here, it's kind of like a warning. Don't self-sabotage this. This could also point to someone from the past who was inconsistent or draining. This could also point to like someone from the past trying to return. But trust your discernment. You know what's for you and what's not. So this is a love that is earned through spiritual discipline. You are definitely building a sacred union without abandoning yourself. Don't self-abandon. Stand firm on your boundaries. Have some self-respect. This is you turning your solitude into sovereignty. Make sure you're protecting your energy from the chaos, from the possible chaos and distractions that could come up for you. This is a union that definitely is fated, but it still requires you to make choice. It still requires you to put in the work. Just because something is from the divine doesn't mean that you just, it just flows. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a relationship should have ease, but you got to put in work. And I want to really say that the ancestors are deeply involved in aligning this connection. So remember that your magic is ancient. The love that coming in honors your growth and your grind. This is not made the fuck up. This is spirit made. This is purpose-driven union. But remember, just because it's meant doesn't mean it's effortless. Like I just said, yeah, just because it's meant for y'all to be doesn't mean that it's effortless. You still have to put in the work to make this work. Protect your peace. Sorry about that. I got cut off there, but just to start from the beginning. Like I was saying, your magic is ancient. The love that's coming in for you, it honors your growth and your grind. This is not something that's just like fantasy or made up. This is spirit made. This is purpose-driven union. But like I was saying earlier, just because it's meant doesn't mean that you're not gonna have to put in the work. It doesn't mean that it's effortless. Like I said, relationships should come with a sense of ease, but you still have to put in work. You still got to set boundaries. You still got to have self-respect. You still got to make sure you're not abandoning yourself. There's things that you still have to do. You still have to put in the work in order to, you know, keep a relationship going. And then the oracle card that I got for you all is the lake. The number 7 could be significant, or the number 34. And the lake says contemplation, peace, meditation, slow down, and be still. So lake symbolizes peace. When this card appears, it is a reminder that you need to take time to stop and slow down. It is wonderful that you lead a full and busy life, but it is important to take a moment away from everything once in a while. Taking your foot off the accelerator for a much needed break will help you avoid burnout and feelings of stress. Lake tells you to spend some time in contemplation, whether that be reflecting on your past or considering where you want to go in the future. It is also a time to sit in meditation and be present in this very moment. Aim to quiet your mind and pause from your endless thoughts, ideas, and planning. Find a place of peace within yourself to really understand what is going on inside and honor the part of you that wants to be still. Lake reminds you to just be. But yeah, so this whole pile was really just overflowing with action, passion, and divine movement. And the lake is a kind of reminder that before you leap, before you take that jump, before you give, before you receive, before you act, be still. So like I said, you're calling in, or you're already attracting a divine counterpart, but Spirit is saying make sure you pause, reflect, don't rush the union, align with it. The Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords already hinted at chaos, impulsiveness, or self-sabotage. And the lake says to be the calm in your own storm. With the King and Queen of Pentacles, it's a reminder that you build empires from peace, not panic. Right. If this is your person, then this won't shake the connection. If this is someone that's supposed to be with, this will only strengthen your connection. This is not going to be something that shakes it up or makes them run. If they are running, that's just speaking to self-sabotage, right? It can be scary. Love can definitely be scary. But Spirit might be asking you to also like to reconnect with ritual, stillness, and ancestral guidance, especially considering the energy of the hoodoo song. And this is like the most magical of all the 3 piles. I don't expect you to watch the other piles, just the one you chose, but this is the most magical one. So here's your final reminder that you are magnetic, right? Not because you chase anything, but because you're rooted in your power. The love and abundance and the recognition you seek is already seeking you. Let them come find you in the quiet, in the still water, because lake is still, right? And just kind of like getting back to self. But yeah, I hope that message resonates, and I hope you stick around for other readings that I'm going to be doing, because I plan on doing other pick-a-piles. And again, just thank you so much, and with love, The Alchemist.